Hi, everybody. Good to see you. I'm here today by myself. So we're going to be kind of quiet, at least until somebody gets here, since I truly am by myself. No one else has signed in yet. But I am excited to share some things with you. Someone got here. Hello, whoever it is, sign in, please. I sound kind of like that old television show, What's My Line, where they'd say, welcome guest, come and sign in, please. Well, I'm our only guest right now, if you want to call me a guest. I'm the host, actually. Okay, come on. Well, it's only 1 minute after. I can't really expect everybody to come bounding in right at 1 o'clock. I just hope we have some folks come in fairly soon and sign in. It should be an interesting show, I hope. We're going to talk a little bit about some prepping and things like that. I'm hoping that everyone who comes will like it. Thank you for hitting the thumbs up, whoever you are. I appreciate that. We want to show YouTube that our content is supported, that you all like what we have to say and how we say it. So, hello, Joshua. Good to see you. There. The scarf is not hanging quite right, but oh well. Hello, Barefoot Chickens. Good to see you too. Welcome. All right, now we've got a lot of folks coming in. Got 4 thumbs up already. Hello, Susanna. I'm glad to see you too. Goodness, all of a sudden there was nothing, and now everybody's coming in. Josh Franklin, I look wonderful today. Thank you very much, Joshua. I really appreciate it. David is still asleep. He's not feeling real strong today, so I told him go ahead and stay in bed. He said if he got to feeling a little better, he'd come in, but he wasn't sure. So I told him it was more important that he felt good than that he come for the live stream. I knew you guys would all understand and would not be upset with him. Susanna, I'm glad you're here. I am going to do an unboxing today. I have everything except one small package of seeds that I could not find, and I'm sorry for that, Susanna, but I am excited to get the rest of it open. So, thank you, Barefoot. I really appreciate it. He doesn't feel bad, but he's doesn't have the stamina because he can't breathe very well. The COPD is pretty bad, and he is quitting his smoking. He hasn't had a cigarette in quite some time now. I think at least 3 or 4 days, which is very good for him. And I think that has a little bit to do with why he's not feeling up to snuff. So we just keep hoping for the best. That I do appreciate, and I know he does too, all the prayers that are lifted up for him. Speaking of prayers, hi Lisa, good to see you. Thank you. Speaking of prayers, I got myself a new calendar. This is my 2021 calendar, and it's got a lovely leather case on the outside of it. But the thing that I've noticed thing I noticed about it first and foremost, you may not be able to see it, but right here on every week is a place to enter prayer lists. So that's where I will be putting you guys' prayer requests every Sunday is right there. So that every week I have everybody I need to pray for. Hi, Ellie, and thank you. I appreciate you praying for David as well. I really think he's going to be, getting stronger now that he's not smoking, but it does take a while for everybody's body to readjust after changing or giving up a lifetime habit. He smoked since he was quite a young kid, so I'm sure that'll take, it's just taking something out of him, but he'll recover and get stronger. Oh, believe it or not, Walmart. It's a Walmart, and it has on the back of the spine, it has 2021 right here, so you know what year it is, and just a little pretty decorative things there and there. Inside, it has the section for prayer lists, like I told you. It has a section for priorities, so you can write down anything special, and a little section for notes. And then I have places for each day, so you can write down what's going on. And I'm really looking forward to keeping up with everything that way. We also have, for each month, a separate single page that's goals, birthdays, important dates, additional notes, and to-dos for that specific month. So it's really nice. I'm enjoying using it already. It actually started August of 2020, but so I got it on sale. I got it for 20% off, I think it was. But it's really nice. This one says, on the front it says, and now these three remain, faith, hope, and love. And then on the back it says 1 Corinthians 13:13, which is what it is, what the scripture verse is. And there were quite a few others there with different scripture verses, but this one's purple, and you know how I am with my purple. So when I saw the purple, I thought, even if it's $20, I'm buying it, and it wasn't. So it didn't even start out $20, and I got 20% off. So, hi, CV, good to see you. Hello, Harvey Black, welcome. Hi, Amy. Hi, good to see you. I know. Hi, Terry. Hello, Sean. Good to see you, too. And hello, Brett. My goodness. Hi, Billy. Good to see you. And Hidden Gems. Nettle for breakfast. I haven't seen you in a while. Thanks, CB. We love you, too. Hi, Joe. My goodness gracious. This must be a love fest coming on here. Sandra. Thank you. Thank you very much. It's good to see you again, too. Garden for Cheap. Hi. Nose Kicking Preps. My goodness gracious. This is... Sean, did you bring these folks in? This is wonderful. Thank you very much. I absolutely love it. There's Prepper 101 I see again. Terry Maddox. Gracious sakes. What a whole bunch. I can see I'm being rated by someone. I thought it was probably North Shore. That's wonderful. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Brett. You're so sweet. I've been part of some of his love fests or love raids or however you call them. And they're a lot of fun. So thank you so much, North. This is really, really lovely. I'm amazed. I am amazed. And the screen is just flying past. Well, for those of you who do not know, this is my new channel. My former channel was called Inside Kate's Kitchen, and it got hacked. And I lost everything on it, and I've started from the beginning again. Hello, Eric. The channel is now 2 weeks old, and I went from 0 subscribers to over 100 subscribers right now. Hello, City Girl. Good to see you. And I have a feeling with all you guys coming in, it may grow again. I'm really quite surprised. It had taken me. Hello, Morning Light. Good to see you. It had taken me 2 years to get up as far as I was. I was over 2,000 in the other channel. So the growth in this is just absolutely amazing. Thank you, North. I appreciate it. There's Northern Girls Hobbies, too. I've seen you as well. And Jandera, I remember you. Thank you very much. For those of you who saw the thumbnail I put up, I was standing in the grocery store Friday with my mom. And I looked down, because I always am looking at the National Geographics, and I found this one. There is a whole National Geographic magazine just on preparedness. It is absolutely amazing. Oh, my goodness. I got to stop talking for a minute and look at all these things. It's, wow. The names are just flying past. Diamond Will said, when I smoked, I had no problem getting up. Now that I don't smoke, what is there to get up for? So that's why David is probably still in bed. No, actually, Susanna, David is not very strong today. One of the things that he is struggling with is because he can't breathe and he doesn't get enough oxygen. It's hard for him to move around. He's lost a lot of his muscle tone and that sort of thing, so it's hard for him to get up. So on days like today, he just stays in bed and he apologized to y'all, and I told him not to worry about it, that you would understand. Thank you, Harvey. I appreciate you subscribing. But anyway, I told him y'all would understand, and 120 subs already. Oh, that's amazing. Thank you, Terry. Wow, this is incredible. Just incredible. Thank you, City Girl. I appreciate that. And thank you to you too, Sarah. Hi, Lisa Clark. Jeffrey Lindquist. I've seen you before somewhere, Jeffrey. Probably on one of North's lives. Healthy Food Kitchens. Hello, hello. How are you? And Han Solo, it's good to see you. Thank you. He needs all the extra prayers we can get. Please tell David we're praying for him and that we send our love. Thank you, Amy. I will definitely pass that along to him. I'm sure he'll watch this in replay later. So thank you, Sean. I appreciate love from the North. I appreciate love from anywhere. I like love. Oh, thank you, Gordon. My goodness gracious, that is amazing. Just amazing. Jean, I love having you. It's really wonderful. It picks me up and makes me feel wonderful. It really does. Back to our latest version of this wonderful National Geographic. Oh, thank you, Morning Light. The picture is what caught my attention from a distance away. When I got close enough to read it, it's Simple Sustainability, a modern take on self-reliant living. Well, of course, I had to pick that up and read it. And the first thing it says is the contents. It's in 4 big sections. One is Eat, which gives recipes and stuff on quick bread, sourdough, pastry staples, drying herbs, canning at home, fermentation, etc. Then it says Make, and it's a sewing, patchwork and quilting, beeswax wraps, basket making, leather work, and natural dyes. Clean on soap making, skincare, medicinal herbs and herbalism, natural remedies and cleaning and laundry, and Grow. And it talks all about your garden, planting a garden, growing from seed, vertical gardening, natural weed control, composting, pollinators, and sprouts and microgreens. So I have been reading it. It has some really good information and some excellent recipes. So if you guys want to step into the modern world with us via this and know that we have finally made it to mainstream, all of us that call ourselves quote unquote preppers. It has good instructions. It has good recipes. It has good tips, all kinds of things. Jendera, thank you for stopping in. Do come back at some time and see. I know it's way too early for you. Australia's way on the other side of the world. To me, it's the middle of the afternoon. To you, it's the middle of the night. I know. But thank you for coming. I appreciate it. And Tracy Cabral, I think that's Cabral. Thank you for stopping in. Hidden Gems Farm, I've seen you around too. Thanks for coming by. And Morning Light, I'm glad you're going to be coming back. Terry, Nat Geo was a magazine about prepping. Yes, they printed one. It is on the magazine rack. I bought it at the grocery store on Friday, Terry. So it's something new. So, Billy, I love recipes too. I have probably 10 or 12,000 recipes on my hard drive and a bunch of other things, cookbooks everywhere. So, Jendera, bless you, and you have a good rest, and we'll see you another time. I don't remember. It says on the back it is a special publication, so maybe it's a special one that National Geographic did. The top says, get back to basics, make your own essentials, and discover new skills. So I'm really excited about that. Yes, Sean, you're right. North Star Preparedness, it was a lot of fun, and I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Thank you. You have way too many recipes. So do I. I have not just things like magazines and cookbooks, but I also have. He did. Oh, Sean, that's so sweet of you. Thank you. That is so nice. You are such a dear. You really are. anyway, as I was saying, not only do I have cookbooks all over the house and recipes I've cut out of the newspaper and ones that I've taken off of the internet and copied into my word processing program. Thank you very much, Joe. I hope you come back. I look forward to seeing you. But I also have about probably 150 or 200 pictures of handwritten recipes that are in my mother's hand. And I keep just taking pictures every time I find one that she has done, since my next youngest sister gets some of her cookbooks. I take the pictures of the handwritten ones, so I will have them too, and I'll probably print them out and put them in a notebook. So, trying to find a recipe for peanut butter fudge that has inverted sugar. Nose picking. I'm not sure what inverted sugar is. Can you give me an idea on what that is? Thank you, Amy. I am going to start this coming week two things. I am going to start a series of short videos called Kitchen Basics, where we are going to truly start with the basics of what's in the kitchen and how to cook and what the tools are, and then we'll move into things like canning and dehydrating. I'm not too good with fermenting, so I doubt that I'll do that, but I'll go into some other types of preserving. I will also I'm going to take my videos from my other channel, the one that was hacked. We still have those videos on a hard drive here at the house. And so I am going to try and release one of those each week so that we can have 2 videos a week coming from me to build this new channel. Oh my goodness, I have 37 thumbs up. That's amazing. Oh, thank you, City Girl. We practically are neighbors. Definitely be watching. Thank you. So many recipes too. I use about 70 cookbooks. I collected them since yeah, me too. I've got so many I don't know what to do. Inverted sugar syrup, also called invert syrup or invert sugar, is an edible mixture of 2 simple sugars, glucose and fructose. It is made by heating sucrose or table sugar water. Nose picking, the only thing I could tell you about that would be I do a flavored lemonade concentrate that I make at home and can myself, and that I take table sugar and water, or in some cases cane sugar and water, and can it with flavors in it. And that's the only thing I know of just off the top of my head. I'm sorry. You always learn new tips from me. Oh, welcome back, Morning Light. Thank you. Look at the smile, you guys and gals. Yes, you did. You did. You're showing 133 subs. Oh my goodness, that's amazing. Rolling Homestead and Wild Edibles in Wisconsin. Hello and welcome. Joe Morgan, I'm glad North. This is fun. Oh, yes. North is a lot of fun. I enjoy these love raids that he does. I've been on several now, too. No reason for lack of getting on here. Back in. Okay, thank you, Morning Light. Goodness gracious. Just did in Grimm's Discord. Goodness gracious. You bought lavender extract today. You don't know what you're going to do with it yet. Well, Jean, if you get one of these, it has a couple of really good ideas for using extracts like the lavender. What I'm planning on doing, I'm going to follow the instructions in that, get all the supplies, and I'm going to learn to make my own lavender soap. I love soap and I love lavender, and the combination of the two is going to be wonderful. So, just exploring every path. Hello, welcome. It's good to see you. As a parting gift, I have just shared your video to Facebook groups. Bless you. Looking forward to your upcoming basic series. Thank you, Jendera. It's nice to see you, and thank you for doing that. Okay, Metal for Breakfast. I love that name, by the way. Metal for Breakfast is just wonderful. I had a foster son who was a metalhead. He would get his guitar out and plug it in, And he could play. I don't know if you guys know or have heard of Stevie Ray Vaughan. He's been gone a long time now, but he was an amazing metal guitarist. And my son Johnny could play just like him. You couldn't tell who was who. So I have been told that right up the road from me in Austin, they're getting snow, which is real unusual for this part of the country. So we're getting some snow here. Not out there. It's still just wet here, but yeah, it is snowing about 70 miles up the road. Hidden Farms, Hidden Gems, you have a great day too, and thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. Wasn't he a wonderful musician, North? I loved his music, and like I said, my son Johnny could play just like him. He was an amazing guitarist as well. Oh, goodness. Things are still going so fast. No snow there, just really cold. Yeah, for me too. There's not snow here. It's just wet. But Garden for Cheeks getting snow, but you're a lot north from me, though, hon. Yeah, I loved Stevie. I really did. And I lived in Austin when he was there. And oddly enough, I never got to go to one of his concerts. I greatly regretted that afterwards, but oh well. City Girl wants some snow in South Carolina. 45, but possibility for rain, snow mix this evening. It is 37 here, and it is raining, but there is no snow. Just lots of rain. Jean, if you're asking me where I'm located, I'm in South Central Texas, above the San Antonio area. Live at the, oh, yeah. You're right. Wow, North. Any of his shows were amazing. Billy, you're not getting old, hon. I'm older than you. I can almost guarantee it. Wish I could, but it's not sticking. Yeah, really. No snow there. No snow in Michigan. All the snow's moved south. Joe Morgan, you can have the snow. We get enough. Yeah, really. I used to get snow when I lived in Nebraska, but I only lived there 18 months. So friends have been sending pictures of snow in Austin. No snow in El Paso, just cold. Yep, no snow here in my area either. 34 in Washington and a chance of snow. Cynthia, what area of Washington are you in? You lived in San Antonio and Schertz. Well, Jean, you would have been a neighbor. I live in Cibolo. This kind of snow, winter sneezers. That's cute. Yes, thank you all who participated in the raid. It was delightful. I know David's going to be thrilled when he watches this on replay and sees everything. I'm just a young guy, but you remind me a lot of my grandma. It makes me happy. Well, thank you, Joe. You know, I probably could be your grandma. I don't know how old you are, but I remind a lot of people of their grandma. I remind Amy and Brett Broussard of their grandma. And I'm 71. I'll be 72 in August. So I don't mind it at all. Julie says, I'm 70 and I don't even know who SRV is. SRV, Julie, is Stevie Ray Vaughan. He was a wonderful metal guitarist. May not be able to stay for the whole live today. Your mom is coming for a visit. Well, Amy, I thank you for coming in that you did. I truly do. You are very, very welcome to be here anytime you can for as long as you can. And Sean, I just made you a moderator on this channel. Here until she gets there. Okay. There we go. Now that was amazing. Anyway, I keep getting distracted. It has wonderful pictures too, which of course National Geographic always has amazing pictures. Let's see. Morning Light, thanks for coming to support that. Yes, I do appreciate it. Thank you very much. It does things like talks about patchwork quilting and how to do it. Tells you how to do it and what to do. It talks about making beeswax wraps. For those of you who do not know what a beeswax wrap is, you take a lightweight, usually cotton. I usually use old sheets. I buy sheets at garage sales and bring them home and scrub them and clean them real good and then cut them up and use them for things. So what I did was I took an old sheet and cut it into cut about 20 10 by 10 squares. Then I put it down on a piece of wax paper and sprinkled out some beeswax, the little bitty beads that you get. Put another piece of wax paper over it, and with a hot iron, I smeared that all over. You're welcome, Julie. Okay. Anyway, you iron it and then lift off the paper, and the beeswax has embedded itself into the cloth. Then when you need to put a cover on something, you don't have to take out a baggie or hunt down a plastic lid or something. You just fold it over and you hold your hands on it, and the warmth of your hands allows it to form to whatever you're putting in there. A lot of people also use them for things like sending lunches to school with their kids, and they wrap them in these things and then hold them for a moment in the hand, and that pretty much seals it and keeps things out. That way there's not so much plastic and paper going into the landfill, and those things are reusable. So, and if they get, whoops, I just realized I got a little scratch on my elbow. If they get dirty at all, you just wipe them off with a damp cloth or even with a hot soapy cloth, and they're just reusable again. If too much of the wax goes away, you put a little more on there. You need a video on that too? All right, I'll add it to the list of videos. I'm keeping this list of videos because you guys keep wanting more and more and more. So let me grab my video list. Okay, we need wax wraps. And I am going to do, when I start the basics class, I'm going to do like a curriculum that I'll publish that tells what each main topic is, what's going to happen in the topic. Like if I talk about canning, I'll talk about the kinds of canners and basically how to do it, what equipment you need, the processes, etc. So you'll have at the beginning of that section a curriculum so that you can read what you're going to do and know what you're going to do. Then after the end of each one, I plan on doing a video or two on what I've done. So I'm a wealth of knowledge. There's so many that don't appreciate the knowledge our elders have. Thank you, City Girl. I appreciate that. I really do. Yes, you hear the grandbirds, but they're being relatively quiet today. They got their cages cleaned yesterday. I mean, from top to bottom, new, I washed down the wires and the side bars and everything, new paper and all of that. And then I gave the birds a bath. And basically what I do is, I know I've shown y'all the spray bottle I have with the water in it. Well, I put that on mist and spray the mist, and it falls down on top of them. Like in the wild, they go to, if they can, in South America where they're from, they will fly to a waterfall and they will bathe in the mist falling from the waterfall. So that's what I mimic. And there's something about the sound of a vacuum cleaner that makes the birds, reminds them of the waterfall. So if the mist is falling down and the vacuum cleaner is on, they think it's wonderful. They spread their wings out and spread their tails out and do their little happy dance, and they get very wet, and it's wonderful for their feathers. In the summertime, I try and do that like every other day or so. But during the winter, the house is too cold. It's down between 70 and 72, and I don't want them to get sick. So, oh, okay. But anyway, yes, Amy, it is a bit of work, but I kind of make it a dual purpose job, because what I do is we have this product called Poop Off, which is made specifically for taking bird poop off of things. And I will spray that around the bottom of the cage where the poop tends to land. And then I'll give them their bath. And while I'm giving them their bath, that same mist goes all over the inside of the cage and wets down the bars and all that kind of stuff. So once they're finished with their bath, I peel up the wet paper and throw it away, get towels or cloth, and I just go to town drying everything off. And the poop off washes everything away too. And so the cage turns out clean. And that tends to help because having large birds, or having birds, period, can be a real issue when it comes to household pets, because bird poop and shells and food and all of that that falls into the bottom of the cage, it attracts pests, particularly cockroaches. So I keep diatomaceous earth on the bottom of the cage, under the paper and on top of the paper, because it doesn't hurt the birds to get down and walk in it. And then I clean the place out. I clean the cages out. I change the paper every night, but I do the washing in the cage. I try and do it at least once a week, and it helps them. Yeah, I do, Billy. I say poop a lot, but if you had 3 great big birds, you'd say poop a lot too, believe me. Well, thank you, S. Moore. I appreciate that. I will be releasing some of the videos I've already done on canning, both water bath and pressure canning. I'm also going to release some of the ones I did on dehydrating, because I love my dehydrators. So anyway, I have a poop cape. Yes, I do. I have a cape that I put on, and it catches the poop that would go down my back. So. Well, Joe, I use poop because I don't like the other words. I don't say them. Other people can say them if they want, but that's just me. So, you're looking forward to meeting birds. Well, thank you, Sandra. One day I may take the camera in, if I can figure out how to do it on a laptop, and let you guys see our bird room. It's 25 feet long and 13 feet deep, and it's huge. Cynthia, take care. Thank you for coming. I appreciate that. Jean asked, what kind of dehydrator do you have? I actually have 3, Jean. The one I use the most is called a Magic Mill. It is, the trays are 12 by 12. It is 10 trays deep. It is all stainless steel. There is no plastic in it. It is digital for the time and the temperature, and it was less than $100. Another one that I have is one that Mom gave me just because she'd had it for a long time and didn't need it. And it's, I believe it's a Mr. Coffee. It's one of the round ones. It has an on and an off and no temperature variations or anything like that. And it has 6 trays, I think. And the last one is the one I've had the longest, and it was huge. It's about probably 18 to 24 inches. The trays are that square. There are 10 trays. It's all stainless steel, and it is also all digital. Unfortunately, it died. The control on it died, and I'm looking for someone who can repair it, because that was $300 dehydrator that David got me for my birthday a couple of years ago, and I loved it. Pardon me just a moment. I need to get something. I got, while I was trying to recover my former channel, it is a huge one, North. It really was, but it was so wonderful. I could do, I don't know, I could do 5 pounds of onions in one if I put it outside in the garage, which is where it stayed when I was doing onions and garlic. But it was a huge, huge dehydrator. Welcome back. I appreciate it. Did I see Michigan Daffodil come in? There she is. Hi, Michigan Daffodil. Good to see you. Anyway, as I was saying, during the 3 weeks that I was off because I was trying to recover my channel after the hack, I received a package. And I received that package from my dear friend, that lovely, lovely lady, Susanna, which is Diamond Willow. And I have had it here on the table waiting. I've been trying to find the tissue paper that came in it because she put a little envelope of seeds in the tissue paper and I lost the tissue. I lost the seeds. I didn't get them out. And now I can't even find the tissue paper. But she sealed it up in this, can't think of the name of it. It's the same one I have. It's the vacuum seal bags. And she got me, I think I may have found what I've been looking for all this time. Let's see. She got me, because we were talking about having problems, she found canning lids. Now, canning lids can only be used once for high Cajun prep steader, can only be used once for pressure canning and water bath canning. But if you don't get them too messed up, you can reuse them for dry storage. For instance, if I have something I want to put in the refrigerator and just get out later and use it, I will reuse those. So she sent me some of those. They were so hard to get hold of. And there they are, Susanna. The tomato seeds are in here. Yay, I thought they were in the paper itself. So anyway, the tops got very hard. They got as hard to find as the cans and the bottles. And I had plenty of bottles. So my problem was I couldn't find the lids. So I got those and she sent those to me. Get them loose. She also sent me a window thermometer so I can put it on my window and see how cold it is outside. Yeah, I don't mind using them either, Sean, for dry canning. That's why I specified for pressure canning or water bath canning, because those two, the things that you can that way, you have to be extra careful with, and I would prefer to keep them using the lids the first time. So, oh, I'm excited about this. I've been telling David just the other day that I wanted one of these to put in the bedroom. Our bedroom is at the back of the house, and it's the coldest room in the house. And I'm always fussing that it's cold back there, and it's pretty cold in the rest of the house to me. I know you folks up north don't think it's all that cold, but to me, 72 is cold. And I sit usually under a blanket, and I always, even right now, have on fuzzy socks because my feet get cold. But yes, Sean, you are right. It was a lovely package. Thank you very much, Susanna. It will all be used, and I can't wait to plant the tomato seeds. That is very exciting. Now I'll know how cold it is all the time in my bedroom. So keeps you like a meat cooler at 65. David used to keep me about that too, but since he's gotten frailer and has lost so much weight, he's bumped it up to 72. So it's pretty chilly. Your old folks the same. Your mom and dad love their blanket. Yeah. Well, we have an electric blanket on the bed, and on top of the electric blanket, I also have a fuzzy blanket, and I curl up under both. And most nights, if I go to bed before David does, he comes in, and I'm covered, even my head. The only thing he'd see is about this much of me. So I get cold pretty easily now. That's why I drink so much coffee. I drink coffee constantly. So, Susanna, I hope you're still here. Again, thank you so much for this gift. It is so thoughtful of you. I really appreciate it. You can guarantee I will use every bit of this, and I can't wait to grow the tomatoes and show you what's going on. So I'm starting to get, speaking of growing tomatoes, I'm starting to get my pots ready for this coming spring. For those of you who don't know, I do have a large in-ground garden. It's 100 feet wide, 100 feet long and 45 feet wide. But I cannot grow in it anymore because I am unable to handle the hard work it takes to do that. So now instead, I garden in some large tubs that I buy from a friend whose son is a rancher, and he gets cattle food in these big tubs. Last week I asked for your goals. I saw our community college is offering a square foot gardening course. I'm going to sign up. It's only one night, but 2 hours. Oh, that's a wonderful idea, Ellie. I've tried square foot gardening and it's pretty good. It really is. But anyway, these tubs are about 30 inches around, and they're about probably 2.5 to 3 feet tall. And when I get them from her, I bring them home and take out my little drill and go around probably about 24 inches from the bottom, or maybe 18 inches from the bottom, and drill 4 or 5 holes so that the water will spill out and not just drown the plants when it's real wet and lots of rain. And put lots and lots and lots of soil and amendments in it. And last year, I got a very late start, and I had 10 tomato plants, and I had 8 or 9 strawberry plants. Now, I grow the strawberry plants for the leaves, not for the strawberries, although I do like strawberries. I love strawberry tea. So my tomato plant got tall. I planted 3 in each of those pots, and I put, I don't know what you would call it. I took, no, I don't have one here. I took plastic water bottles and drilled holes in them, put them down in the soil so that only the neck was up, and then I put a funnel in there and filled the thing up with water and go to the next one. Did that all the way through, and kept the plants watered better than usual. But like I said, I got a late start and it was too hot and it just didn't do it. But you have to get going. Well, City Girl, thank you so much for coming by. I hope to see you again real soon. I really do appreciate it. So I got 1 tomato off of 10 plants. There you are, Susanna. Thank you. After the fall, when everybody's plants started dying, my tomatoes went crazy. Now, out of the 10 plants, I probably got 35 or 40 tomatoes, but none of them was bigger than a golf ball. They were all small, but they had wonderful flavor. I had some Cherokee purples that were absolutely marvelous. Thank you, City Girl. I appreciate it. I look forward to seeing you again. I really do. All of my tomatoes had wonderful flavor, but they just didn't get big. But that's because they didn't start growing again until September, and by the middle of October, it was done. So I am going to put them in. I'm going to start the seeds inside early this year and get them out into the big pots. And I have already talked to David, and he said it's a good idea to put a drip hose, a drip water line, or drip irrigation, that's the word. I'm going to put drip irrigation to each of those pots so that every morning I can turn on the water and it'll drip very slowly and it'll keep them watered, because that is the biggest challenge I have, is keeping water to plants, because here in South Texas you have to water at least twice a day. Suzanne, I really do, and I can't wait to get this thermostat up, the thermometer up, so I can know how cold it is in the bedroom. But anyway, I'm excited that Amy says she wants to can beef stew. Do you can the same amount of time for just meat? Yes, you do. But I would suggest, Amy, that you not put potatoes in your beef stew. When you do put potatoes in there, they get mushy and they turn to just nothing. So put the potatoes in when you're heating it up. Don't put it in when you're canning them. Yes, Jean, that is an issue. If the sun burns the plants, I have some row covers that I put up to shade them. And now I need the moisture as well. Amy's babying the moringas, hope to get them in the ground this spring. Good, I'm glad to hear that they're still alive. And Susanna, I have ordered new moringa seeds because who knows what happened to the last ones, and the 2 packages I sent to you never made it. So that's what I'm doing, Susanna. I do container gardening in these great big tubs, and then put drip irrigation on each of them, because even in the big tubs and getting watered in the morning and watered in the evening, they still dry out and die. But yeah, that's what I do. What is Billy doing now? Let's see. When it gets to 32 to 33, we run around in t-shirts. Fahrenheit, 32 and 33? 32 and 33, I'm looking for a parka. Yes, shade cloth really does help. That and keeping them moist, not where they're standing in water, but just moist. That helps too, Jean. A lot of plants don't like wet feet. Like roses hate wet feet. You cannot let them grow in tubs like that, because their feet stay wet and then it kills them. They just rot away. Oh, Billy, I'm sorry. I could not handle that. As it is right now, it's probably 72 or 73 here, and I'm kind of chilly. 32 degrees, you're bundled up in blankets and extra socks. So am I, Amy. So am I. It's just making my home a humble abode. It's a crazy world, yeah. I only had tomatoes in containers. I might want to expand it a bit. I have got 5-gallon buckets. I have got those 30-gallon cow food buckets. I've got some grow bags, some really nice grow bags. I've got some that are about the size of a 5-gallon bucket, and I've got some that hold about 50 gallons of soil. So, and then I have one that is a long container that you hang on a plant hanger, and has holes down the sides, and it's open at the top, and it's a place on the bottom where you're supposed to put a tomato grow there too. So who knows? Be doing yellow beans in containers. I have got to find some kind of bush bean that I can grow here. Michigan daffodil. You sent me an email yesterday. I hope you got it this time. I will look for it and let you know. I will. I'm sure times will get harder before they get better. Keep your eyes on the Lord. Amen. Amen. By the way, for those of you who are still here with us, I am taking a Facebook break. I made that decision this morning. I've been spending a lot of time on Facebook over the last 4 or 5 days, and I keep getting upset about the things that are going on, that are the way people are treating each other on Facebook. And I don't want to do that. I don't like the way it makes me feel. I don't like the way it makes me think. I don't want to fill my brain and my soul with that. So I am going to stay away from Facebook for a while. However, for those of you who want to reach me, you can reach me at this email. There. Oops, let's try that again. There. Now, those who want to reach me, that is my new Gmail account. The last one got hacked, but yes, the love of many have waxed cold already. Not only can it be exhausting, Brett, but having to see that, and it invades my mind, and I feel like I've just put trash in my brain, and I can't get it away. So I want to stay away from that. Let's see, if I want to reach you, Kate, I'll just text Brett. Well, that'll work too. Or you could text me. Okay, listen to part of Romans this morning. Romans 7 spoke to me. Oh, yes, I love the book of Romans. I truly do. Yeah, I get an awful lot of notifications, Garden. I probably get 20 or 30 every day. So, let's see. Ellie's been off of Facebook for years for that reason. Yeah, it is much worse now, Ellie. It truly is. Yeah. That's why I'm getting away from it, Lisa. I just don't want it in my brain. I don't want it. It makes my soul hurt. It really does. So I just want to stay away from it. Actually, Metal for Breakfast, I've not been pleased with the marketplace lately either. When I started using marketplace, it was for local marketplace, and now order something, and who knows what you'll get. Sean, if you will contact Amy or Brett, they have my permission to give it to you. You used to, but Megan got irritated by it one day when we were shopping, so I turned off notification. Yeah, I get, I want to be able to run over and pick something up or know that if I'm buying a plant, I want to know that it will grow in this area. And every time I've been getting things lately, I order things and they come from California, or they come from Canada, or they even come from China. I have gotten 3 or 4 orders recently from China, of all places. You're very welcome, Sean. I'm glad that you have it. Your moringas died. You need a video on growing it, dwarf ones. Well, the ones I brought Amy, I started from seed. And the biggest thing I can tell you as far as growing moringas is they do not do well in direct sun. They, Brett, moringas like bright light, but they don't like direct sun, or at least they don't like direct Texas sun. Everybody is different. Every place is different. It might do fine in your direct sun, but they do not do well here in Texas in the direct sun. So I planted them under a tree that I had out in the backyard, and they did beautifully. And when it was time to take them to Amy's, I had dug them out and put them in the pots and brought them to her, and apparently she does real well. Your phone only dings for text and phone calls. The rest you have to look for when you're ready. Mine doesn't ding for anything, Michigan. It rings the old-fashioned bell that we used to have on the telephones for phone calls. Other than that, I have everything else turned off. I don't want to hear any of the rest of it. Lots of greenhouses there to buy plants from, but I only use one certain smaller greenhouse to get mine. Yeah, and that's why I like to do things around. I want to get things close because I know that they'll grow in this area. Radio Prepper, hello. I'm sorry I did not see you come in. Welcome. It's nice to have you here. A lot of this doesn't do well in our direct sun. Yes, Texas does have brutal summers. You are right. Thank you, Amy. I appreciate it. You use old burlap coffee bags to grow potatoes in? Okay. Last year, I planted purple potatoes, sweet potatoes, and russet potatoes. And I didn't get anything out of any of them. And they grew beautifully. They had wonderful plants above ground. When those plants died, I turned the tubs up, and there was nothing inside but roots. I think that the sun and the heat got to them before they could actually develop the tubers. So, oh well, it was just the way it goes. The first year I planted potatoes, I planted them in my big in-ground garden. And I planted 4 potatoes, and I got 20 pounds of potatoes from those 4 seed potatoes. Take care, Amy. Love you too. Your bucket potatoes made only a small harvest year, lots of tiny potatoes. Yep. Now, I've got some red potatoes in there that I bought at Costco the other day that are already starting to put on eyes, so I'm probably going to put 1 in each of however many pots I have potatoes for, and maybe I'll get some this time. I think I'll take some of the soil out and plant them and then mound over them as they grow using that soil. So we'll see how it goes. I'm excited about doing it, though. Well, guys, nose picking North Shore preparedness got to go. I was just going to say, nose picking, that we've been on for almost the full hour, and I probably need to go too. So usually I stay in for about an hour and a half, but I need to go check on David. So thank you so much for coming, all of you. Thank you for the love raid, Sean. That was so wonderful. I'm so delighted. And I will see you all next Sunday, if not before. And hopefully I'll get those videos out today. Take care. Bye.